So with the Patch Tuesday updates that Microsoft has pushed out for Windows 10 and Windows 11 yesterday on the 9th of January, for Windows 10, Microsoft has also pushed out a security update to address a known issue in Windows 10. And over and above the Patch Tuesday update, here we have KB5034441, which is a security update for Windows 10 version 22H2 and also Windows 10 version 21H2. So basically it's rolled out for all the different versions of Windows 10. Now, according to Microsoft, this update addresses a security vulnerability that could allow attackers to bypass BitLocker encryption by using WinRe environment, WinRE for short. Now, if we just dive a little bit deeper into this actual security update, if you're asking the question, so what kind of security feature could be bypassed by successfully exploiting this vulnerability? Microsoft says that a successful attacker could bypass the BitLocker device encryption feature on the system storage device. An attacker with physical access to the target could exploit this vulnerability to gain access to encrypted data. So that's what this update is addressing, KB5034441. Now, with that all out of the way, this is an important security update, and it installed, as you can see, successfully on my system, although it took, my updates today took a little bit longer than normal, but it did install successfully on my system, which unfortunately, with a lot of users, is not the case, where the update is failing to install. And it's causing major issues for a lot of users. There's a lot of reports doing the rounds where 5034441 is causing headaches for a lot of users because it is failing to install. Now, if we head over to the actual release notes for this update, 5034441, Microsoft says, important, some computers might not have a recovery partition that is large enough to complete this update. Because of this, the update for WinRE might fail. Now, here's a bit of an issue. It's a bit of a double-sided coin here, so to speak, and a double-sided issue. First of all, I can see why Microsoft pushed out the update, because it's addressing a security vulnerability that could allow attackers to bypass the BitLocker encryption. I get that. But they've pushed it out knowing that the update might fail. So it's a little bit hard to understand why they pushed this update out with not addressing that issue first. And if you're wondering what your recovery partition that is not large enough to complete this update is, if we head to our search in Windows 10, you can just do a search for disk partition. And this will open up basically the menu and the dialog that shows you the disk partitions on your hard drives or your storage and so on. And this can take a couple of seconds to load, so just take note of that. Now, I have one hard drive installed and functional on the system, but it's divided up into different recovery partitions. And actually on this partition here, I'm actually running Linux Mint as a dual boot. But nonetheless, here you have your recovery partition, which in my case is just over 20 gigabytes in size. So that's quite large. But if you have a small recovery partition, as an example, maybe a couple of 100 megabytes in size, that's where the problem might occur, because this update, might not have enough space to install in that recovery partition to address this vulnerability. And that's where the update is throwing out this error: Windows Recovery Environment Servicing failed, CBSE insufficient disk space, and here's the error 0x80070643 error install failure. So a bit of a two-sided factor here, where Microsoft had to push it out to address this issue, but well knowing that the update might fail, which I think a lot of users may have issues with, because it seems that there are a lot of reports that this update is not failing to install, with these errors being thrown. Now, if you are experiencing this failure, Microsoft says to help you recover from this failure, please follow instructions to manually resize your partition to install the WinRE update. Now, I'm going to leave this down below. If you are brave enough to try and tackle manually resizing your partition by 250 megabytes to get the update to be able to install. And the reason I'm saying if you are brave enough, because I don't think your average home user is going to have the tech savvy to even understand this, yet alone actually manually sort this out and to resize that recovery partition. So I think Microsoft is being a little bit cheeky here, but I'll leave this down below as mentioned in case you are brave enough to try and obviously increase that recovery partition so the update can install. But what I would suggest is if it is failing to install, I would just ignore any errors. Just ignore the errors. And I'm sure, because obviously there are numerous reports now that are coming in, Microsoft will roll out a fix where this update 5034441 is failing to install. And obviously, if and when that happens, and I hope it happens sooner than later because this is causing major issues, obviously I'll post and I'll keep you guys in the loop. But nonetheless, if it did install properly like it did in my case, it's addressing that vulnerability regarding the BitLocker recovery issue. And if it isn't installing, I would just say, hang in there, and I'm sure that Microsoft should roll out a fix sooner than later. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.